I'm just gonna make this place good. Hey, all of you creepy people. Yes, go away. Oh. And now the house is only haunted by spirits that don't bother her.
Yes.
And she's in less of a sour mood, so the more soury spirits are not welcome.
Always good.
So it's full of nice spirits. I got you.
Yes. You have not banished all the spirits. I mean, to start with, you got to get rid of her.
Yeah. Well, you know where to go if you want some good drinking. They've got all the good spirits.
Dun, dun, dun.
Quack.
And do you head back to your rooms and actually get some sleep, or?
I believe so.
Oh, ready.
Not
And
going outside.
you managed to have a nice, peaceful time. Yay! And then you wake up. You fools. That was my final trap. You can see the sun coming in. It's not as bright as you would like it, but it's still very obviously day.
That's a good start.
And
So,
knock, 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 knock. Bang, 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 bang on the front door.
Quack. She quacks.
Not your front door. It's like the front door of the manor.
Oh.
Yeah, not your room's door, which is not usually called a front door.
you guys want to go and listen to see if it's that person who knocked at the door last night? Last night.
Sure.
Sure.
Well,
Crack my door.
You can hear clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. You will be waiting one moment. I do not walk as quickly as you think. Clop, 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 clop. And they're still bang, 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 bang. You will make me lose what little patience I have. Ugh. Then the door creaks open. What is it you are wanting? Ah, you. Something changed about you. What? No. Nothing that's any of your business. What is it you're wanting? You don't need a room. I know better than that. He smirks. If I paid for it, you would have to give it to me, wouldn't you? Get stuffed. I am dealing with stallions. What do you want? You know what I want. They're still here. Still smell them. Just go on. Just turn your back for just a couple of minutes, and it'll all be... Oh, get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Door slam.
should we go and inquire?
Inquiring minds want to know.
I don't know. I usually don't poke in people's business, but if you think it's a good idea, then I will follow.
We're about to try and stop the undead problem, so I suppose it is our business.
Clip, clop, clip, clop, as she is trotting back through that hallway.
I will step out and...
Good morning to you. I have breakfast all ready for you.
You having issues with some of the locals?
She rolls her eyes. Did you hear that? Oh, this is so embarrassing. Pay him no minds at all. Don't worry, he has none of his own. He won't mind if you don't pay him that.
It sounded like he wanted us.
He wants everyone in different... she looks like she's struggling for words. For each person, he wants in a very special way you don't understand, and all of them are unsavory. She leans forward. Back when I was prettier, a young little thing, he used to chase after my tail. I didn't let him.
Okay.
She shakes her head. Don't worry, that's not what he wants, it's you. But I promise safety. Safety, yes. You are safe here.
Well, we're about to go out and see if we can help the town with its undead problem, so...
Oh, well, I cannot help with that, unfortunately. But I can help with breakfast. Good breakfast is important for a day, yes?
Yes.
Yeah? It's definitely one of the most important meals.
This way, this way. Somebody made a mess out of my armor. Yeah. She leads you into the dining room. Remember that?
Yes.
I almost feel like I should bring you guys over this way. Whee! Roll 20. There you go. All right, you guys are in the wrong part. What's up with that?
Agree.
Also, hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Drag you all here.
Hello,
Blah, blah.
oh, hello, hello, people. I
Hello.
see that for some reason. I see that for some reason we seem to have proceeded.
Because I asked you here and you didn't answer, and then it was time, and then.
Well,
Also,
we
log
weren't in
into
the
roll
middle of
20.
combat, so
There's no fighting going on. This guy is a scrap of metal. This guy is a scrap of metal. You guys did that. That was your fault. And that is what she is complaining about.
Ah,
Boo
jeez.
and hiss. Don't mind me as I try to throw people in chairs. Why is Roll20 being so laggy for me? God.
Cheers.
Yay, chairs. Who doesn't like chairs?
I want to point out that Duck is playing hoofsy underneath the table and lightly kicking Steel's hooves.
could you reach my hoofs?
No.
I mean, with the right attitude, you certainly can.
She's like falling below the chair, like she's like ha, ha. Like, and then she like scoots back up on the chair.
I mean, I'm imagining she literally just falls out of sight. There's a tap, and then she comes back up looking very satisfied.
Yes.
I give a little chuckle. Well, eat up. This is probably one of the better meals we're going to have for the day, depending on what we get into.
I prepared it myself. I am certain you will like it. If you need anything else, you'll be letting me know, yes?
Certainly.
Sure.
And off she trots. Trot, 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 trot.
Quack.
And you are left in the room. And the armor doesn't immediately try to kill you, so that's nice.
Duck puts to the test if a duck's quack actually echoes and loudly quacks. Quack, 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 quack.
Yes. There are definitely some echoes.
Ah.
I mean, it's a stone building. You would actually have to go through some effort to not echo.
She's perplexed by this, but will note it for scientific research later.
Captain's log. Stone echoes.
Nom 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 nom.
The food is just as delicious as you were hoping the first time you reached for some.
Quack, quack, nom nom nom.
Before things interrupted you. Boo.
This food is a lot better when things aren't slapping you.
Well, that's good to hear.
Ah.
Now, mind you, if one of you were like just thinking of getting it familiar, just to be like the perfect place for it to show up. Don't mind me, I'm just checking.
Well, Duck's little duck familiar is definitely popping out and also nibbling at food.
Well, you already had that.
Nibble, 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 nibble.
So as it turns out, your little duck is not actually a ghost. I mean, it could have happened.
Well, that's good to hear.
Just-
Don't want
just-
to ghost familiar.
I'm just imagining, wave a hoof over the duck. Yep, not a ghost. Quack. You have completed breakfast. Because, I mean, nothing gets in your way.
Yes.
It's a really low CR encounter.
Yay.
I mean, I'm sure I know some hero points had to be spent, but you managed.
Well,
Are you heading outside?
if everybody's ready, then I think outside to see what doom awaits us in this fair town.
Nightmare? Sure.
Sure. Sure. So what's going on?
Well, the merchant said that. Oh, what thing? I wrote it down. I'm sure I did.
Hey, notes.
Um,
Really, notes. Who does that?
I'm sure I made notes. Oh, it's a different sheet. Where did I put?
Did you make the notes, or did the notes make you?
Details? Notes. No, apparently I didn't make any notes.
Oh,
What I did. The last
disappointment.
note I've got here is plant a tree and call it green thistle for the unicorn. So I've still got that. But anyway, so we're basing it on memory. So the merchant basically was saying that obviously it's become a bit of a ghost town here, and that the fact that there's basically undead popping up all over the place. So we need to find out what's causing this undead issue, stop it, and hopefully people stop returning.
Did we even ask the lady?
Wow, you guys did a lot of things in just 15 in only 15 minutes. If you already went to bed, got up, got breakfast, talked to a merchant.
There were
Oh,
no
no,
merchants to talk to in this period of
The
time.
merchant we spoke to back in Turbs, who sent us down here.
Oh, okay. See, that was confusing. I didn't know what merchant you were on about until just now.
No, that's fine.
No, they did wake up, they heard some talking, then they had some breakfast, and here we are.
That's pretty much it.
Happy day.
As happy as Ebb and Silk gets, which is not very happy.
So our main thing will be trying to work out where the undead come from. If it's within the town or if it's from the surrounding swamp. It is a swamp around here, isn't there?
Yes. Yes, there is.
Yeah. So those would be our two best things. So I suggest we talk to some of the locals who are still about, who's not a ghost.
What?
Makes sense.
Why are you so racist against ghosts? They're just living impaired, yo.
Well,
Living
I just think
impaired.
they should rest rest quietly and not be disturbed.
So are you throwing open the front doors?
Yep.
Kapah! And suddenly there's a form in front of you, a bright blue Pegasus, wings going flap a flap. Oh, hi,
Good morning.
good morning, they say, waving. Please tell me you're not the press or anything.
The what?
You're not the press or nothing, right?
They're the ones who print the newspaper. What you get once a month.
Okay, I thought you said depressed.
Yes, that is what he said. He said you're not depressed or anything.
Oh, depressed. Oh, right. I thought he meant depressed.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant too. Like I was.
No, we're perfectly chipper.
Great, he says with a great big smile. Fantastic. I'm getting tired of all these down people around here. So what you doing? He says, landing at the foot of the stairs, smiling up at you.
Are you? Do you live here?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm guessing you've noticed probably the undead creatures everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he says, nodding. Nod.
Well, we're here to help deal with that problem, so you no longer have any undead around.
Oh, that would be great. That maybe some of the other people would stop being so depressed all the time.
Possibly.
He shrugs his shoulders. I mean, as long as you close the door and turn off the lights when the sun goes down, it's usually okay. I don't see what the big deal is.
How long ago did this start happening?
Oh, shoot. How long was it? He starts like tapping his hooves together. Tap, tap, tap. A couple years now?
Can you remember any idea what might have caused it or how it might have started?
Well, he says, stroking his little fuzzy chin. There was a time where, we had lots of elven silk. It's kind of how we got our name. Good name, I think. But then people started, vanishing. He gestures out into the fog. They would just walk out there, and they wouldn't come back. And every once in a while, you hear something creepy from out there. And then, every once in a while, some of the undead would show up. People kind of got scared. And then they started leaving.
So people just would get up in the middle of the night and walk out into the fog.
Oh, yeah, they would just walk on out there and never come back.
See.
And, once you get a reputation as the cursed city, then people stop hanging around. It's kind of depressing. Wait, no, I refuse. I will not be one of those depressed people. I am perfectly happy. Hi, nice to meet you, he says, thrusting a hoof forward.
Hi, I'm Steel. This is Duck, Thorn,
Quack.
and
I'm Clear Sky, he says, like striking a pose. I'm one of the last weather Pekasai left.
In the area, or did everyone
Quite
else?
sorry to hear that.
No, of the town. I mean, it's not much of a town these days, but still, I take my job seriously.
Well, good for you.
He gives
When
a
was the
little
last
bit of a nod.
person? When was the last person who went missing, and how long ago was it?
Oh, well, you see, once we got down to about, how many are... He starts counting, which is unfortunately difficult for a pony because when they try to count on their fingers, it's just tapping their hooves together. One. Once we had only about like 24 or so, exactly how many people, and we stopped losing them kind of randomly because everybody who's left kind of knows how to take care of themselves. You know what I mean? We adapted. See, it's good, right?
How
At
long
least.
ago was the last person who went missing?
He says. I mean, I usually try not to focus on that. It's so negative, but how long ago? How long ago? I want to say it's been about a year now because almost everybody else has ran off.
All right. Is it okay to go and visit their house and have a look around and see if we can find any?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, what? They're gonna complain about it? Psh.
Happy to tell us where they live?
Over here. He takes off and begins flapping over your heads. This way.
Come on, gang. Time to go look for clues.
Look, if you want to find clues, you got to split up. That is the first step.
Okay, Wacky.
Jinkies.
Okay, I'm sticking with Velma.
I mean,
Well,
is the duck familiar the odd sidekick, or is the actual duck pony the odd sidekick?
Well, I'm with Duck then.
Oh,
Quack.
We're all following the same person, though.
Yes.
I mean, that's true. We're all
As long
going
as we
with
don't have a
we're always
four-way-
going with the same person.
You split up by approximately 1 foot.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Nope.
and then you come back together as you weave your way through the. Doesn't look like it was ever a huge town. Looks like I should say never looks like it was a city. It looks like it was a reasonably well-off town.
Okay.
Like the manor you left was very nicely built.
Yeah.
It was of significant size. There are other towns that look like that, implying that there were other people who had money, though they are in various states of disrepair. But suddenly the Pegasus lands. Thump. Hey, look at that! He says, pointing at not the house that you seem to be approaching.
What's your point now?
You almost never see one of those. And he is just trotting over to this flower. Nice silver-colored flower. And he's just like gently cradles it with his hooves, but not plucking it. Oh, the moonflowers. These things used to be so popular. Says just kind of petting it. Pat, 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 pat.
Oh well, it's good to see that there's one out there.
He nods. It's called a moonflower. You can see, look how silvery it is.
Yes, we see how silver it is.
It's real potent stuff. If you eat it, it can make you feel things.
Well,
That's fascinating and everything.
He gives a bit of a shrug. I mean, if I was an alchemist, I'm sure I could make it do something else, but I ain't.
well, I think for now we'll let it add to the beauty of this place.
He gives a nod. I agree. We should just let it grow right there. You keep on doing you, he says, patting the moonflower. Pat, 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 pat.
The ponies around here are very odd.
Well, I mean, he lives in a haunted town. This is his way of adapting. But he happily starts trotting back towards the town that you seem to house that you guys seem to be approaching. And here it is. The last person was a lady folk, he says, looking over his shoulder. The Phoenix Wolves really don't like to talk about.
How so?
Well, there's only 4 of them, he says, holding up a hoof as if it had fingers, even though it obviously does not have any fingers.
Obviously.
Well, there used to be 5.
I'm guessing that was the previous one what went.
You're smart, he says, like reaching to pat you on the shoulder, looking all happy.
Were they, did they not get along?
Well, so that's the thing. They all wanted to hang out together in a great big family, but this one, he says, pointing at the house, she wanted to live by herself. She didn't like the whole pack thing. I don't know what the pack thing is, he says, giving a shrug. I mean, I'm just a pony. I guess I know the herd thing. A pack's like a herd, right?
Yes, I would have thought so.
He nods. See, exactly, just like that. But either way, she didn't want to do it. She was happy all by herself, or lonesome, until she went out into the fog all by her lonesome, and then didn't come back. At this point, you have reached the door. And he's like, well, I suppose just to be polite, knock, 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 knock. He clops his hoof upon the door. And he waits a moment. He goes, well, that was about as much of an answer as I was expecting.
Oh, I'll try the door handle, see if it opens.
It gives a nice little jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. And he tilts his head. Oh, let me try something. And he flies straight up. Whee! And he is quickly lost to sight as he flies over the roof of the building.
Guessing he's trying the back door. If he opens the front door, then we know we got in.
So I'm going to roll something for no reason at all.
Yeah. Based on
Oh,
what you say, you usually roll things for no reason at all.
okay. Well, see, I figured there were 2 ways this could go, and this went the other way. So, it's quiet for a moment, and then you hear a very muffled, ah, I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Help! Help!
One round the other side of the house.
All right. Yeah, you trot around to the other side of the house. There appears to be another door back here, but there's no Pegasus back here. You can hear the Pegasus calling. He seems to be coming from inside the house.
Well,
It's in the chimney.
Well, Queenie has wings. In theory, she can use these wings, at least.
Do you want to see he's stuck in the chimney then?
That would be hilarious. Unfortunate, but
I
hilarious.
just do very good. I'm sorry. Please let me out.
Alright,
Okay.
I'll try the back door, see if it's locked.
Yes, it is equally as secured.
Well, we
Yeah.
have somebody who's in danger. Do we have anyone with skills to open the door?
I believe we have an alicorn who wishes to fly up there.
By all means, Silver, go for it.
So are you flap flapping?
That is my intention, yes.
You begin your majestic flaps and raise up, and you can see the posterior of this poor Pegasus poking out of the chimney, thrashing around. Oh!
How in heaven's name did you get in the chimney?
Trying to get through it. I thought I could fit. It didn't work.
All right. Let's see if I can get you out.
I mean, this is what happens when you crit fail your go down the chimney roll.
Yep.
So how are you helping him?
Well, the only thing I can think to do is to wrap hooves around legs, brace, and pull.
Right, so you give him a great big hug and you attempt to pull him out. Basically, yes? Cool.
That's
Give
the
me
intent.
an athletics check. This is totally an athletics D type of thing. Athletics is basically a strength check.
Yes. Yeah, I know. And I think it may. And I clicked the button, but it's not manifesting yet. So
Roll 20, obey us. You have one job.
Yep.
One day I will actually use Foundry. I mean, I bought the damn thing.
Foundry.
Foundry, it's
Oh, there it
another
is.
virtual
There it
tabletop.
is.
All right,
Okay.
so you go yank, pull, yank, and you have definitely made some progress. He's still kind of in there. I can. Ow! No, it's working. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. I'm almost out.
Okay. Guess I'll make another one of these.
Pop. Give me an acrobatic.
I am very bad at acrobatics.
Okay, so he comes flying out into your loving embrace, and you both go start tumbling. No! You go off the side of the roof. He is going to try to not hit the ground by making a. 1 second. What the hell is? I forgot what the roll is, guys. Okay, arrest a fall. That's what it is. Where's arrest a fall? Arrest a fall. Arrest a fall. It's on page 472. There it is. Arrest a fall. Make an acrobatics check to slow your fall. DC is typically 15. Excellent. He's gonna try. He's gonna try so hard.
May I also
You did
try,
it!
or was that acrobatics to avoid tumbling off the roof?
Well, your acrobatics was to avoid falling in the first place. Now you can make acrobatics to not also hit the ground.
Okay.
Okay, so you both like veer off at different directions. Phew! And do not smash into the ground.
That is deeply relieving. Yep.
And I imagine you both come back together, landing on the ground. Boop, boop. Well,
Yep.
that weren't my most shining moment, but I did try, he said, rubbing a hoof behind his head. Sorry about that.
You do look considerably less shiny, friend. And she boops the soot on his snoot.
You got a point there. Give me 1 second. He turns around as if that like gives him privacy, and then he begins to shake like a dog. Shake, 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 shake. Little suit going flying everywhere. And he turns back around. All right, I'm all better, and he does look mostly better.
Rustic.
Please share that.
I think that's
Alright.
good.
So did they lock up before they walked into the fog, or did somebody else lock the door?
Didn't do it, he says confidently. Somebody must have locked it. We could try asking around, or if you know another way to open a door, go ahead and open the door. Or you could try what I did, but that didn't work out so well for me.
Well, we
Well,
could.
Wait, what did you try to do, friend?
He points up. There's a, place for the smoke to come out. Chimney. Yeah, that's right. That's the word.
Well,
We tried to
yours-
go down the chimney.
Oh, yes.
Oh, And you're just too big to fit down. Oh my gosh, you know what this means, right? And she starts bouncing.
He tilts his head and attempts to think of what this means. He's trying really hard.
Bounce.
No, he has no idea.
Well, look at me. And she poses, pose, and she shows up her amazing small size.
He tilts his head. You are the cutest little filly I ever did see. Now, who deserves a lollipop? You deserve a lollipop.
Well, you should give it to the fella who deserves it, because I'm a duck.
He blinks.
Yeah, we're working on
It's
it.
easier just to go along. But
Uh-huh.
It's easy to go along and admire the fact that she is incredibly adorable.
Can ducks have lollipops?
Yes.
Oh, well, then here you go, he says, reaching with a wing, and out comes a lollipop.
Oh my gosh. This is the most delicious candy in the world. And she hasn't even tasted it yet. And then she tastes it. I was correct!
And it's at this late point that suddenly he goes, oh, you can go down the chimney. Oh, you're so smart.
Yes! And she
It took him a moment, but his brain got there.
and she gives him a hug. You're so smart. And pat.
And when you give him a hug, he takes off with you.
Whee! Ah!
And
don't drop her.
he puts you down gently on the roof. Doop, and points at the chimney. There it is.
Oh my gosh.
Question. Now with 100% less clear sky in it.
I have to ask, is there any theatrical movements and or holidays related to really large ponies fitting down chimneys for Christmas season related things?
God. I mean, I don't think they have a St. Nicholas analog, unfortunately.
I have to ask. I just had to ask. Anyways, she looks at the chimney and she considers for a moment. She goes over to the chimney and she looks down it. Yep, that's a chimney.
And he nods. Now, if you can get down that nice and safe like, then you can open the door. Oh, that works too, I guess.
She puts her hose out. She's like shimmying her way down. Shimmy.
He trots over there and pokes his head over the top. You okay now?
It's dark and it's really dirty.
So give me an athletics check to see how you do with the climbing thing, or else you're going to fall.
Oh dear. All right, here it comes.
I mean, last I checked, it's just athletics to climb.
Yes. Bonk.
Oh, look at you.
Woo.
And so you adroitly walk down, basically, with your hooves pressed up against the opposite sides of the chimney.
And she's singing like it's echoing up the chimney like da na 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 na. She's like secret agent song style. Just she's.
Clear Sky trots back over to the edge of the roof. I think she's okay.
Oof.
That's good.
Most assuredly.
I think she's singing some kind of song.
Is there is there old logs at the bottom of here? Logs that were prepared for a fire? What is it like? What is the state of the bottom of the fireplace?
Amusingly, it is pristinely clean. Like, you expect some soot and stuff, but there isn't. Except for, like, what got stuck higher up in the chimney, what do they call that? What is the actual part of the chimney that's the inside? Shaft? Chimney shaft. The upper part of the chimney shaft has some soot. But like once you get past like the middle section, it starts turning to like really clean. And when you actually hit the fireplace itself, it's just perfectly clean.
And is there like anything in the little rack? Is there like prepared logs for a fire, or is it just empty?
Well, I mean, can you see in the dark?
No.
Okay, then all you know is that it feels and smells pretty clean. And you are now standing at the bottom. And it's dark. So
I should have questioned this before. Whose house is this again?
It is an old Phoenix. Well, you're inside, so I can't tell you.
I mean, I did give that answer.
So when you unlock the door, you can ask that question, and I'll tell you.
All right. Well, she looks left and right. I take it we're in some kind of sitting room.
It's dark, and it's dark.
Ah. All right. Well, she light spells.
Cheater. You are definitely sitting in some kind of living room. You see a very comfortable looking chair. It's sized for a quadruped to coil up on and be very nice and comfortable.
She considers this.
There are some books on a shelf. There are some what looks to be like old china. This is very homey feeling.
Yes. And she considers all of these things before looking, like nodding. Oh, yes. There's the door.
There is definitely a door. Look at that door.
Gallop.
You hear galloping towards the door. Oh no!
And then she starts fiddling with the lock. Fiddle.
There. Actually, give me a trickery roll, even if you're not skilled in it.
A trickery roll. That's a new one.
Trickery!
I don't think I have that.
Thievery! I'm sorry.
Thievery. That's the one. Well,
Thievery! It's like trickery, but with more stolen objects. Yes. Okay, so you figure out how this lock works. There's like a little thing you gotta pull, and then there's a nice little click, and then the door goes. And look, there's a duck looking so proud of themselves.
Quack!
Ah, well done, Duck. You got the door open.
And she
Clear
raises
sky.
she raises her hoof. I have a question though.
Right.
Clear
house-
Sky jumps off the roof and lands next to you guys.
Whose house is this?
This is the house of a phoenix wolf who went missing.
Wow. And she
And he nods. I weren't a personal friend of hers. I mean, distant friend. We were neighbors. All lived in the same town and all. It's not like we didn't know each other. But I never really talked with her very much.
And she looks back at. Well, they certainly. And she's looking around like the kitchen and things like that, or wherever she is. Is there like a layer of dust over everything, or what, or like?
Yes, it has exactly 1 year of dust.
And she looks over.
Which is a considerable amount of dust.
Yes. And she kind of blows over one of the counters, and it poofs with dust. And she goes, I don't think they've been around to clean up in a while.
He shakes his head. I would be more surprised if she was. Just sneaking in here like that. Who is she trying to fool?
I think they might have gone on an adventure, don't you think?
I'm not sure if that's a good kind of adventure, but I'm hoping she's alright. We gotta look at the positive side. Maybe she did go on an adventure. She'll come home with all sorts of treasure. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
Yes, it definitely would be.
He doesn't look like he's entirely convinced that is a possibility, but stranger things have happened.
And Duck assumes her normal place at Steel's side. Gallop.
Right. Well, gang, this is the moment we split up and look for clues.
I will note that the house is 1 story. It's not a very large house at all.
How many chapters?
Well,
You go to your corner and you consider what you've done.
I'm the bard. I can do dumb jokes.
But are you a daddy?
Look, they did not give bards any resistance to mental damage.
It's true. I hate this.
I'll punish you later. Alright, so, I think I'm not the best at investigating stuff. At least I have no idea what investigation really is on this thing.
Well, if you're just looking to see what you can find, that would be more of a perception-y thing.
Yeah.
Let's see what
Okay,
we can
I'm
find.
going
Yeah.
to
Bears outside.
I'm going to use religion and see if I can find anything that stands out. Could be necromantic or undead related, or something supernatural at least.
Good have answer. Alright, I'm going to try changing the music. Let's see if this sounds good. No, that sounds way too tense. That is not what I was looking for, guys.
Oh, okay. Actually, I'll be able to hear the music now. If there was any.
I think that will work. Alright, and you've rolled things, you fools. You fools! With your 20 religion, you do spot something. A small little what looks to be possibly was a pendant. It's just kind of strewn on a shelf. Obviously not in anybody's neck at the moment. You don't recognize what god it is, but the iconography is pretty blatant that it's a fiery god. You know, it looks like a little bonfire. Doesn't have skulls on it, so you're pretty sure it's not Apep.
Interesting. Does it open the pendant?
You attempt to open the pendant. Pop! And it pops open. And inside, ash.
I suppose that makes sense for a phoenix wolf.
Give me a nature check. Yeah!
Nature.
Nature! Huzzah! You recall the fact that phoenix wolves actually like the taste of ash.
So, a snack.
P.S. This is why the fireplace was totally clean.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's quirky.
I mean,
Weird
that's
and interesting.
a phoenix wolf thing! It's
Cool.
like, why would they just leave ash like not properly collected and ready to be devoured when they want to? That's silly. You're silly.
Okay, so we've got a
I'd
pendant
agree.
to a deity that I don't recognise. I'm going to ask the group, does anyone recognise this symbol for anything?
If anybody else wants to make religion checks, they sure can.
I take your religion check, and I raise you. Theater.
I mean, I feel like you arrive at exactly the same conclusion. Yep, that sure is a fire.
Yes.
I feel confident that that is fire. Not. Good artwork. Mm-hmm. Really gives the impression of the crackle.
It's
I'm
It looks like a little bonfire.
supposing this must be a very obscure god if a 20 is insufficient to get a good guess of who.
Oh, as it turns out, the queen's been studying. You recognize this god because it's not a god that is typically worshipped by ponies, or even one that ponies take note of. It's just kind of an obscure phoenix wolf god. It's quite possible that it's actually a demon lord, really.
Fascinating.
But that's about the extent of your knowledge until you start going to a library and looking up tons of stuff about phoenix wolves. And boy, did they not write anything down, bunch of jerks.
Well then, it's probably nothing too out of the ordinary for a phoenix wolf. See if we can find anything else to see what might made her suddenly just walk out into the fog.
All right, so just giving you the rundown of the rooms that you can see. There's the living room. Duck knows that place. There's a little kitchen, and there is a almost equally small bedroom. It's really, those are the only 3 rooms in this place.
I'm gonna have a look in the bedroom because my gut feeling says they were either sleeping and then woke up and then decided to walk off. Might find something in there.
You peek into the room, and a glow begins. It looks like a smoldering fire, except you don't hear any crackling, and you don't smell any smoke.
An ever-burning torch?
It only started glowing when you poked your nose in.
Fascinating.
Hello?
You don't see anybody. You do see a bed. It's one of the. It's like a dog bed, except it's actually a phoenix wolf bed.
Doge.
I'm going to see if this burning light thing is magical.
You examine it intensely. Oh yeah, no, this is totally an ever-burning torch. It looks like it was built into a little fixture there. And it seems whenever it detects anything nearby, it lights up. Unfortunately, that means that it's really bad treasure.
That's fine. I will leave it burning for the moment. I'll have a look around the dog bed just to see if there's anything out of the ordinary that might indicate that anything but a phoenix wolf was in here or something else was in here as well.
You spot something! A perception check! Oh no!
Oh, I don't like this.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Never mind, you didn't see a perception check. I thought you saw a perception check, but... I'm joking. But that was also not a good roll.
Yeah, I know. Feel free to dig in, guys. My eyes are only so good. Well, my one eye is only so good.
This is the sound of nobody moving.
Yes, I could. Okay, Queen will pop up. We'll kind of go over and see if she can see anything of import.
Do it.
Oh boy.
You're on fire today, it seems. Unfortunately, lingering heat damage is no joke. You should probably get that taken care of. With a 29, look at you. You find a scrap of paper. Look at that. It has writing on it. Equally mysterious.
Fascinating.
What languages do you speak?
Let's see. Languages: Common and Sylvan.
Yeah, sure ain't either of those.
Doc is peeking over toward the paper that she has.
What you got there?
I got a note, and she shows it to Duck, so Duck could look at it.
She looks at the note.
Yep, that's a note.
Yes,
What
it
does it
is.
say?
And she looks
It's
at
in
it.
a language I don't understand.
She looks at it and she just says,
Oh, well, you're holding it upside down.
and she turns the whole note upside down and looks at it.
Nope, that didn't help.
I was about to ask, what languages do you speak?
Common and Sylvan.
Oh. Well, Clear Sky pokes his head in. Oh, what'd you find?
I'll come and have a look, given that I speak more than Common and Sylvan.
Yes.
I will speak Undercommon, Infernal, Ignan, whatever that is,
Yes,
and
Ignan.
Draconic.
Ignan is the language of
The Daemons.
fire.
Wait, no.
Um,
That's Daemonic.
well, fire. No, fire elementals. Are you
Yeah.
thinking of either abyssal or infernal?
Yeah, I speak Infernal and Ignan.
Okay, so because you speak Infernal, and I actually had to look this up, aren't you happy?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The lettering of the letter is familiar. It is the Infernal alphabet, but the words are off.
I will turn
It's like
it
if you
around.
speak English and suddenly there's Spanish, it's like, okay, I know what an A is, but what the hell? Does that make sense?
So it's
Yes.
something related to this language, but not this language.
Correct. You can give me a society if you want to try to puzzle through anyway. Since society replaced linguistics, hooray! So you start poking and prodding and puzzling and writing, and eventually you have some impression of something coming. Gotta go meet? Question mark?
Oh, bother.
Very cryptic. You do not understand this language.
Something coming, got to go meet. But there may be more to it. I'm only really getting a very loose translation.
Yeah, you're going for the words that seem the most obvious. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone knows I've done it when people start speaking Spanish near me, and I'm like, ooh, what did they say? Oh, he said door. He said door. I heard that. Dog? I heard him say dog. Do you need a dog door?
I don't suppose anyone's got comprehend languages.
Why would we compare that?
If that's in your spell.
The blue Pegasus clear sky shakes his head. Nope, sorry, I control the weather. This ain't weather.
Do you have anyone who knows colourful languages?
I know somebody who uses colorful languages.
Anything which is not swear words.
Oh, well, that's different.
Let me have a look at that.
Okay, sure. Fine.
No. Using lore to try to diagnose, is this anything of history?
I mean, I'm pretty sure this letter has no historical significance since it's probably only about a year old.
Is there any significant mentions of names or stuff on there that I can try to recognize?
Can't read it. Actually, what languages do you speak?
Common and Sylvan, that's it.
That does seem to be the call today.
Yeah.
I remember back in my PF1 days, where I had characters that knew like every language.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same way. Usually my characters in PF1 know tons of languages.
So is this written in a local ink, or is a note that look around, see if there's any ink or scribbling that was done locally? Like,
That is a very legitimate question. Give me a perception check. In fact, it's such a legitimate question, I'm going to throw that on you. Look at that. You have gained a hero point. Aren't you happy?
So is it on a local desk or?
No, that was practically tucked under the bed. Little doggy bed.
I'll ask the guy.
But with your 13, you do find something. At least he wasn't that high, you know? Back in the living room, there was a little desk. It looks like it was a kind of a writing desk, angled such that the fireplace would be to your right. That would also be where you'd have to go to get to the bedroom. Huzzah! And there are some other writings there. They seem to be the same ink, and give me a Twin Society, I suppose it would be.
Trained in it, but I'll do it.
For it. Do the thing.
Oh yeah. It's like, hey, I think this was written here. I'll tell the rest of the group while I'm holding up.
The society was for something else, and you got exactly as much as you know.
Yeah. So, it's all the same hand signature, like pearls and swirls and such.
That's what the society was for. You have no idea.
Oh, that's an unfortunate truth.
You got no clues.
So we know it was written here, as far as we can tell, but we don't know if it's the same person.
Well, unless you got some of her old handwriting who was here, then we won't really know.
Fan out the papers on the desk and spend some time observing on trying to time up.
Okay. Like, while you're looking at that, Clear Sky is like looking over. I think your friend found some old writing of hers.
Oh, I'll go over and have a look.
There's that little writing desk where Thordy is busy going,
Got anything interesting for him?
I don't know. It's confusing to me. Here, have this literature stuff.
I'll have a look. might understand some of it.
Handle the other half off.
Most of the other writing is in common, so there are some scratches that look like they're in the same language as the note that you're wondering about. Give me a society if you're trying to compare the old to the new.
Let's see if guys want to be friendly.
Oh, wow. You're fairly certain that this is written by the same person? Give me a perception.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go. It looks like whenever they were writing this, they were very tense, on edge. Like their writing is not nearly as neat as it was, but it's still the same person. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was like done in a rush type thing.
Any reference material nearby, like books or maps or?
There are books. Look at those books. There are, in fact, there's a whole bookshelf. Rude.
Ask Queen to help. Help me, and I'll start palming. Well, not palming. Sorry, moving through things. Time to toss the dice.
We might have to experience what's going on ourselves. It seems.
Well,
as you
how are we going to? Well, how are we exactly going to do that?
we sleep outside, or in a room in a unsafe building. In regards to like, there's no one local to ensure that we're safe.
Clear Sky tilts his head. What?
Don't you remember the pony? I think it was a pony that come to that door, wanting us. I think.
Clear Sky blinks. Wait, what happened?
He up at the manor house where we stayed. There was somebody who was knocking at the door. Seemed to incline that wanted us, as far as I can tell. Not sure exactly
The
what
manor
for.
you were walking out of when I landed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice place. Owner's been dead forever.
No, she's quite pleasant.
No, she is. I mean, that is it. That is exactly true. But she's still quite pleasant and hospitable.
He tilts his
Great
head.
breakfast.
He tilts his head the other way. Well, that's better than the alternative, I guess, he says, rubbing his cheek with a hoof.
Yes, it's definitely better that she is a pleasant and hospitable ghost instead of angry and violent.
Does she still talk that funny way? He says with his own accent.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, I miss that.
That's her.
I used to sometimes just come by and just say hi, just so I could hear it.
Well, I'm sure she'll enjoy the company.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure I want to do that if she's,
She looks as alive as me and you.
It's right creepy. I'm just gonna go out and just say that, But I'm too curious now, so I'm gonna go say hi to her. And if you hear me screaming, you gonna come help? I hope, maybe.
Of course we will.
Before you
If you
leave,
need any, but-
is there anyone else around nearby here that recently disappeared?
No,
This,
I already tell you. This is the last place of somebody who disappeared.
yeah, it was a year ago, so this is our best lead yet.
Well, I mean, if you're asking if they're just other people, oh yeah, we got other people.
Here currently?
Oh yeah, he says, nodding. I heard the Phoenix Wolves talking about you. You must have met them, didn't you?
Don't think we've come across them yet.
He tilts his head. Huh, maybe they saw you.
You
Perhaps.
guide us, sir, and make acquaintances with us?
Wait, what do you want?
Could you introduce us?
Oh yeah, sure. I can do that. They're a bit. See, I want to say shy, but shy is not really the right word. They're a bit cantankerous. That's more the ticket. He says,
Even better.
wobbling
they
a
have,
hoof.
someone who knows him introduces.
Hey, you ever met a Phoenix Wolf? They always like having their own space, you know?
True.
Yes, yes. I am sure they do.
But introduce you. You all seem so very nice. Be nice having some good neighbors for a change. Oh, I'm gonna go say hi to the missus over there. And I'll get to find out what it's like to talk to a ghost. Woo! That should be fun. And he takes off. Flap, 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 flap.
Wait. Yeah. Hold on.
All right, well, let's go and have a word with the Phoenix Wolves.
We were gonna wait for him to introduce us.
We can go and say hello ourselves. We can introduce ourselves. I'm pretty sure with a bard as fantastic as Duck, we need no other introduction.
Oh my gosh.
I mean that is a very good supposition there.
Blush,
What's
blush,
the
blush,
worst
blush.
that could happen?
She blushes so hard.
Well, there's a lot of worse that could happen, but after the the entirely wholesome session a couple times ago, I'm thinking that the chances are good. That we've got good chances of good results and whatnot.
He just wants to make friends.
Exactly.
All right, Duck, you ready to go and make some new friends?
Oh my gosh. What friends are we saying hi to again?
They look like wolves that look like they might be on fire, but they're not really.
Okay.
And have you guys told her about the whole Phoenix Wolves and eating snack things like this with Ash quite yet?
No.
Well, she kind of thinks,
I wonder what the best way to make a friend with that is.
She thinks.
Do you have nature?
Do I? Might. Let's see. Let's just see here. It is trained, so yes, I do. She thinks.
Well,
It's so hard.
that's not quite high enough to get that specific bit of knowledge. Thorn, of course, knows, but will Thorn share?
But saying Phoenix Wolves, do you know anything? I think they like something, and I try to follow that train of thought, and I would relay it over. But the question is, do I follow the train of thought? Hey, that's probably a perception roll.
Ooh.
I mean, you succeeded on the nature roll.
Heck yeah. Oh, that's what he's after. So yeah, I'll relay it over.
Quack.
And the information is relayed over, which gives her the biggest light bulb.
Ding. Oh my gosh. We just need a lot of ash. And then
she thinks she goes,
okay. Maybe a play.
I don't know. And she looks toward everybody else.
How many friends are we talking?
4.
That's a lot of friends.
And she thinks,
How much ash do you think four Phoenix Wolves need?
A fireplace full?
I mean, if it helps, there's some sit in a little scattering from where the Pegasus shook it all off.
Look around and see if there's like a cinder can or an ash can.
I mean, I could make a campfire.
Give me a perception check, ye who is searching the house for awesome ash deposits.
or wood.
Looking around, you have a sudden idea. Aha! What would a Phoenix Wolf keep in the kitchen?
Questions.
And inside the pantry, there's an entire row, different jars of ash, and each one has like a label. Like one is forest fire, one is camp.
Labeled in common. That's cool.
Yes.
And she looks at the jars, jar, and she just starts bringing them over to Steel.
And there's 1, and there's 2, and there's 3. And...
Give me a perception check, Thorn. Another perception check. I'm so mean. All right, move on.
I'm going to toss a coin on.
What? You're tossing Witcher's coins? I mean, they like that.
Yes, I do.
I
Seems
see
like
no
a good
coin.
point. I can't get it to go out.
Click the
Steal it.
number that shows the two of them, then you can drag one of those 2 coins out onto the map. There you go. You did it. Boop, and you can click the number again to make it go away. And then you can re-roll.
Yep.
Where surely nothing will happen. See, you're fine. You're fine. Hidden away. Tucked. Specifically trying to be hidden amongst all the various sundry goods. You find one more jar of ash. And its label says funerary.
This one's hidden.
That's okay. That's someone that has the potential for grimness. A little bit of grimness.
Well, I'm
You're
sure
right.
everyone has their own taste, I'm sure.
Look, sometimes, you want some nice, fresh campfire ashes, and sometimes you're feeling like some funerary ashes. Don't judge.
She looks at the jar. It's just labeled funerary.
Yes.
This was just in the kitchen.
Well, it was the funerary one was like tucked away, and Thorn went and found it.
Be a relative.
And she like tucked away where exactly? Like where was the location? Was it like
Like behind all the other spices and knickknacks and other things that were possibly food before a year happened to them.
She tilts her head.
I'll hold on to that one if you don't mind, friend.
Sure, I have no need for ashes, I think.
And she tucks it safely and very nicely into her bag, and she looks at Dolan in her bag and says,
Okay, make sure that this one stays safe, okay?
and Dolan
They
goes
give a wing salute.
yes. And so then she goes back to gathering the other snack ashes, now more carefully checking the labels, and then just, like I said, offloading them onto Steel.
And here.
Yeah, the other ones are much more simple. They're smithing ashes. I already mentioned the bonfire ashes. There was another one. Why am I forgetting it? Cooking ashes, fireplace ashes, which is not the same as cooking ashes.
I will put it in my bag.
You now have a fine, exotic collection of ashes.
And she smiles.
Okay, I think we're all set to make friends.
Well, that's good to know.
You hear flap flaps.
Who goes?
She dips.
Peeking outside the door, you see a clear sky, and also a Pegasus whose name is Clear Sky. Comes
It's you.
sailing in. Phew. You were right. She was there. She didn't have much to say, but it was nice seeing her face. That was so weird. But I said hi.
That's good.
Good
Did
for
she
you.
say? I'm happy she said hello back then.
He nods. But she knew I didn't need to stay there, so she didn't stay for long. Always was a very businessy Mary,
Yes.
And Duck is still contemplating.
So would you be able to take us to see these Phoenix Falls now?
The
Yes.
Phoenix Wolf. Oh yeah, this is right this way, that this way. He's just waving as he starts trotting with his other 3 legs.
Alright, come on, Duck, we're going there now.
Gallop, 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 gallop.
Quack, 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 quack.
Clear Sky is like pumping his wings once in a while, like almost as a fidget more than anything else. He's clearly not flying at the moment because he is trotting. Now, mind your P's and your Q's. They're a little flighty, them wolves. You would think they'd be all sorts of fearsome and whatnot, but mostly they're just kind of shy. But you be nice. They'll be nice back to you. They just need to know that you're friendly people.
Are you telling me that they're scared of a duck?
And she tilts her head.
'Cause that's just silly.
He inclines. He said, "Well, they ain't like us. They ain't ducks."
Otis.
He says, like resisting the initial urge to say ponies, because obviously you're not a pony.
Obviously.
Obviously. Now, they usually prefer to hang out over here, he says, moving to where there's like a little bridge over like an impressively tiny river. Like, who bothered building this bridge? Just to avoid taking one not even long step to get over it.
That is a tiny bridge. And she
No, I mean, the bridge isn't that tiny, but the river is that tiny.
Well, she certainly is looking over at the marvel of the world that is this tiny river.
Yeah, it's more of what, it's way too big for this river. Oh my god, why?
Is this over flooded a lot, or why is the bridge here?
Huh? Oh yeah, I mean, this is the marshland. Sometimes the water comes up higher, sometimes water's a bit lower. The bridge makes sure that we can go, even if you don't have wings, he says, spreading his wings.
Leap over.
She intimidates the river.
The river burbles in fear.
Yes.
And then she bounds over it.
Whee!
And the river does not dare attempt to stop you.
Stay to itself.
Take that, river.
Take that.
But he calls out, Hey, Ash Snoots, you in here? And then a canine snoot appears. Boop, out of what looks to be like a little hole. Clear sky. Why are you always so loud? Hello, I came with friends. Did you say friends? Yeah, I said friends. They're right here. And suddenly he is being pounced.
Wave.
There is a phoenix wolf pinning him to the ground, his jaws at his neck. Told you not to bring anybody, he says, his mouth full of Pegasus. Clear sky is wiggling. Wiggle.
Order.
They're friends. I promise. They're good people. Good people.
We brought snacks. You wouldn't want to eat a pony. I'm sure this ash will be far more better. As I pull out one of the ashes.
The phoenix wolf spits out his mouthful of Pegasus. Ashes? I bet they're not even any good. What kind of ashes?
I pull out a random one and read it off.
Well.
Fortune time.
Is it fortune time? Okay. Oh, why the hell not? Alright, so you pull out the cooking ash. And he leans forward. He squints at the writing, and he gently pops open the top. Boop! Sniff. It ain't bad. Whatever. What do you want? He says as he just stuffs a paw in and licks it clean.
Oh my gosh, that's incredibly cute.
She says this in character all the while like doing like the on her cheeks like like the rainbow dash like so awesome kind of thing like.
He inclines his head at the small pony. What? You want to taste?
Would I?
Yes, that's what he asked.
He stuffs his paw back in there and it comes back out all nice and sooty, and he holds it towards you.
And she gives it a lick.
Yeah, that sure is ashy.
Yeah. She's coughing.
Wow.
He gives a bit of a shrug. Well, points for trying at least. And he looks over at Clear Sky. Yo, you, huh? Buzz off. Okay, I guess. If you need me for anything, he says, looking at you guys, just give a shout. Good old Clear Sky will always be here. Off he goes, flap.
Flop out someplace and watch the events.
Oh my gosh.
Phoenix Wolf is now looking at the steelest of prisms. So what'd you want?
Well, we were hoping to ask you about the going-ons and the disappearances of people here, and possibly about the last one to disappear. I believe a Phoenix Wolf that you know of or knew of.
Nose crinkles. Of course you'd come here talking about sister. Did you say sister? And out comes another sneak. Boop. There is a she-wolf. She comes capering up. Do you know about sister?
Oh my gosh. She also looks really cute.
She blinks. I'm not cute, I'm fierce, she says, flashing her fangs.
And she thinks,
Yes, that's what I meant.
She nods. Good. Ooh, ashes? What kind? Just cooking ashes. Oh. Oh, well, that's not bad. She reaches in. Boop.
I do have others. This one's burnt forest.
Ooh, burnt forest. I don't get to have that very often. Ooh, gimme.
Pass over.
No. Now, what was that you were saying about sister?
Well, we're hoping to gain some information about her disappearance, as we're hoping to either find those who have disappeared or stop it from happening.
The male rolls his eyes dramatically. If she had stayed in the pack, she wouldn't have disappeared. We already went over this. Why are you asking them stupid questions? She pouts. So much pout. Infinite pout.
I tend to agree. The pouch shall go on forever.
It's not right, she says, all kind of despondent. She was a good wolf, and she had a nice little house all to herself. I was so proud of her, and then suddenly she vanished. I know that's not how she was supposed to go.
Well, we found a letter. I was hoping that we could get one of you to translate it. I managed to do some of it, but not all, but not exactly.
The male snarls. What? You're stupid around in her stuff. However, the female is already stepping closer. Ooh, let me see.
I'll hand it over.
She grabs it in her teeth, slaps it on the ground, and starts reading. Ooh, it's written in the old tongue, she whispers. And the male grunts. There's nothing good in the old tongue. He turns away. I'm going back inside. You have fun with your new friends.
How old are your tongues?
She blinks. Blink. No. Older than any of our tongues.
and she like sticks out her tongue and like looks down at it.
I can't imagine my tongue being now.
Then she taps the paper. No, the paper has old tongues. That's funny.
And she smiles as if she understands the joke, but clearly she doesn't.
Congratulations, you accidentally made a pun and didn't get it.
Yeah. Just smile and wave, boys.
Smile away, boys. Smile away.
She nods. Yeah, I understand it. It's like I said, it's written in one of the old languages, so the ones we're not even really supposed to know. But it's bad to forget things like that.
And
There's nothing wrong with remembering old languages.
She nods. Do you? She glances left and right. Do you know how Phoenix wolves were made?
Is that a society?
I mean, that would be history or nature.
I will see what one of those I can roll.
Right, that actually is a historical thing. Hurrah!
Where is? Am I still in roll 20?
the plight of knowing things
I
out.
saw you roll 24. Oh no, that was Thorn. Thorn rolled 24.
This is the plight of knowing things out of character, but not
Oh,
in
no.
character.
Oh no, it's
Hold
the
on.
worst, guys.
I can't find my roll 20, so I'm just reloading it because unless I'm already in it. Okay, let's see what would be better. They still have history.
Saw Thorn roll. Being all clever. I'm on to you.
Let's see
Uh,
here.
What have they replaced history with?
History is history.
Okay.
At least I thought it was history.
Is
I
it
not
don't
like,
see
history?
any. I don't see any history.
is that a
Oh.
is that a lore?
I mean, there's almost certainly a lore history.
I agree.
Skills.
If there's a lore history, it won't be on the normal skills list unless you have it per your class.
Okay, here we go. We got acrobatics, arcana, athletics, crafting, deception, diplomacy, and I mean, there's society, which, yeah, that could also fit for history, just less direct. But anyway, I forgot what we were talking about. God damn it.
Or how Phoenix Wolves were made.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. With your 24, you know that they were made by ponies. Unicorns, to be specific. They specifically took hellhounds and burnt the hell out of them.
Great.
That is impressive.
Crispy.
I mean, it killed a lot of hellhounds, but eventually it worked. And they had Phoenix Wolves. Hooray! The Phoenix Wolves did not thank them.
I don't suspect they would.
No.
Is this another one of those things that was done way back? Was like done way back when, and is like not cool at all.
So
No,
do,
the Phoenix Wolves still have a bit of a sore spot about that whole issue.
do they still breed, or are they still?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, when they finished, there was only like a handful of Phoenix Wolves,
Okay.
and then
So-
nature happened.
I wasn't sure if a Phoenix Wolf today still had to be made that way.
No, man, that would be really awkward. Once they had Phoenix Wolves, a girl Phoenix Wolf and a boy Phoenix Wolf loved each other very, very much.
Mhm.
Lashtara be praised.
Lashtara be praised.
And then there were more Phoenix Wolves.
Speaking of Lashtara, bounce, bounce, bounce. She made 2 new friends. Hug and hug.
Well, wait. One of them already. If you're talking about the boy wolf, he already went back inside to the huff.
1 hug then.
Yes, the girl wolf is talking with you guys and actually seems to be kind of interested in what you were offering. She would like more of.
Well, if there are no objections to the hug, she shall deliver one.
She somewhat awkwardly pats you on the head. Pat, pat, pat.
And she fist pump or hoof pumps rather. Yes, and then she spins.
Sweet, sweet success.
Yes.
But she tilts her head. But I can read it though. And the reason why I asked that is because it's sort of you should at that point be able to put together what language it is, maybe. Did you figure it out?
Abyssal?
Dun, 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 dun.
Infernal.
Well, that's the thing. Infernal and Abyssal use the same alphabet,
Ah.
which I found by Googling. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's actually like cool little development. It's like, oh, that actually kind of makes sense. It's the evil alphabet.
Fair enough.
Like evil alphabets. Come on. Come on.
So, what was it the note said?
And she like paused at the letter. She sounded really upset, scared. I want to help her, she says, like with a little whine, her tail all droopy.
Well, that's what we're hoping to do now, if possible.
And she perks up. Do you know where she is?
We're hoping this might give us some more clues.
Okay. She sits back down. And I should read the whole thing, I guess. I saw it again, she says, like right obviously reading from the letter. They're watching me. I can hear them. I need to go find where they are. He said he would have the answers. I just have to go tonight. I can't tell anybody, or he might not be there. I hope this works out. And she looks up at you. She sounds really scared.
Hmm.
Any idea what she might be talking about? Was there anybody else who she interacted with or talked to a lot?
The youngish wolf shakes her head quickly, her ears wobbly. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. No, we don't. My parents really don't like talking with other people, and they try to tell us not to talk with people. And she leans in, holding up a paw to like whisper.
No. Everyone has their own their way of doing things.
And she
No
smiles.
judgment
Her tail giving a little happy wag. Happy wag. But my sister, she was a bit. I don't want to be mean, but she was a little weird. She didn't like talking to other people, but she also didn't want to stay with the pack. So she made her own little house. It was a really nice house. I've been there before. Have you been there?
Yes,
Isn't it nice?
it was.
It is.
And she bobs her head. I always liked visiting her. She didn't like talking to me that often, but whenever she did, it was always nice. Oh, I miss her so much.
Hmm.
And that's when she taps at the paper. That's why this doesn't make any sense. If she was scared, she would try to figure it out herself. She was always very indivisible. Independent. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. She is now bobbing her head. Bob, 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 bob.
Hmm. So it sounds like almost something's making her think that way.
She tilts her head. Can you do that? I hope nothing does that to me. I like the way I think, she says with a little smile. Then she stuffs her paw into the forest fire ash. This is really good.
So, happy to hear. One thing to ask. Obviously, things around here are a bit strange. And obviously, everyone does what they need to do to stay safe. Is it just simply you close and lock your home up so nothing can get in?
That's how the pony stays safe, she says, nodding her head. But most of the dead things don't even bother us. She leans in. I think they think we're part of the bad guys, so they leave us alone. And we don't correct them.
Probably best not to. That's true.
Well, it might be because they're not living in a proper house, are they? They live in...
They have more of a den.
Yeah.
We do have a door. We don't use it all the time, but we have one.
Right. Oh, it's either...
We're not animals, she says, rolling her eyes.
I didn't say you were.
This is why we have a door, she says with a little nod.
So, right. So this thing is obviously targeting people who live in homes. Reason behind it is a little bit still unknown.
Is anyone who's lived in multiple groups, like families, disappeared, or is it just people?
Well, you ask her, and she like tilts her head. I really don't know. I know some of my friends went missing. And she frowns. And their family went with them, but I don't know if they went with them, she says, raising one paw, or if they just ran away once their family vanished.
Did you notice any of them acting strange before they vanished?
She tilts her head a little bit. Well, a little. They got a little scared. And she points at the note like that. Dude, that's why I'm super scared for her. Because if she got scared like that, then maybe she's gone too. And I don't want her to be gone.
Quite understandable.
Yes.
She's a really great sister.
Well, don't be scared. Be happy at the fact that there are people now looking for her, and we will do everything we can to try and bring her back safe.
She gives a firm nod. Okay. I will believe in you and especially you. And she boops Duck on the nose. Boop.
Quack!
And she spins, and she feels very, very happy.
I won't let you down, friend.
Hug.
More awkward patting. Pat, 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 pat.
And Duck bounds back to the party, looking very, very happy.
I will.
Wait, one moment. I heard Thorn try to say a thing.
You'll get used to that after a while.
She nods. Yeah, they're cute. I'm just not used to it. I mean, this is literally an introvert trying to get friends.
Aw. Duck is the best friend to any vert alignment.
Oh, we're still outside. Outside.
What about perverts?
No! we don't
You
talk
said
about
it.
we don't talk about that axis.
You said any vert.
This is true, I did say that.
So we are outside still, right?
Yes. You never entered the den.
I'm going to do a quick change to a hawk and land on a tree nearby and start scanning the area.
A perception check with your hawk eyes.
Do I get any bonuses? Yeah.
I mean, on some level, I feel like you probably should, but I'm, 110% certain that they didn't do that in the rules.
Hey, 7 still comes out 17.
My evil eyes need prescriptions.
It's too bright.
You do spot something. You see a tail given a little flick. It looks like a horse tail, but they're quickly lost to the fog. Stupid fog. Nobody ordered any.
Is it blue?
It didn't look blue colored.
Okay, so it's not clear sky.
No. Also, why would he be walking along? He'd be flying.
Unless he's walking on cloud walk.
I mean, he could be walking on sunshine.
True. Ooh, there's-
Whoa.
It would make sense.
Did you see something, Thorn?
I'll just walk out and shake. No, not sure. Basically. Not that I can communicate this way.
He replies with Scott.
I didn't shrug.
All right.
But I'll keep watching.
Unless anybody else wants to say anything to the Phoenix Wolf.
She suddenly steps forward. Oh, if you find her, I know how you can get her to come home.
Oh,
She
Any
nods.
reactions?
She kept some really special ashes, she says, leaning forward.
Urinary ashes?
She
Duck's eyes,
blinks. I don't know what that word means.
Duck's eyes go really big.
Shh, say no more.
Yes, yet offer those to her, and then she'll come home.
all right.
She nods. They're very, very, very important to her.
Okay.
Nods. Hug.
Good luck, she says, waving a paw, and then scampering back towards her den. Scamper.
Right.
Duck jumps and tries to land on Steel's back. Oink.
Quack!
Give me an athletics roll for how good that jump is.
Yes.
Can you do it?
Nope, probably not.
You thud into Steel's side.
Ow.
You're right there, Duck.
No.
And she
He's
pouts.
fine. Are you implying that wasn't on purpose?
Pout.
Nope. She pouts.
I'm sorry, did I bump into you?
No. Yes. It's your fault. You did this to me.
And she flops on her back.
I require upsies.
Oh, how is it so
I
adorable?
will, instead of trying to pick you up, I will just kneel down so you can get on my back.
Okay, that is a fair alternative. And she smiles and gets up. Whee! Piggyback ride.
Or seaback ride.
Or seaback ride.
So freaking adorable. I know you're scared.
You hear a dull thump, 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 in a pattern that implies a equine gait, like a trot. Thump, 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 but it's not making the clippy clop noises, which makes sense when the source comes into view as a earthbound pony is trotting along in the kind of mushy ground. Like, this place is not super dry half the time, so. But there he is.
That's
And he sees you just as you see him. And he
Hello.
veers towards you. What you doing out here? You're going to get in trouble, you know.
Maybe we're gonna get in trouble.
Well, we're kind of here to get into trouble, so that would make sense.
Oh, well, then you're doing a great job of it. You keep it up, I guess, then. He shakes
Thank
his head a bit as he moves to you.
Recognize this one?
Sorry, what was that?
Do we recognize this one?
Oh, no, this is a totally new pony. New pony, go.
So
And he
you-
forgot to wear his name tag. God damn it.
Are you local here?
Of course I am. Ain't nobody stupid enough to be out here if they weren't local. Oh, wait. He turns and looks at all of you.
Doug.
Yes, there is.
Duck peeks over.
That's
Duck peeks over Steel's hairline up top his back, and blinks.
I don't get it.
He shakes his head. Well, that just makes sense, I suppose.
So we're actually here trying to investigate the disappearances and put a stop to them.
It's a bit of a laugh. He puts a hoof over his face. It's almost like he's not entirely certain if he should keep laughing or cry, but it does fade. You're serious, aren't you?
Yes.
a heart attack, sir.
Well, that sounds like a nice thing. Don't reckon your chances are that high, but can't hurt to try. What's one more shambling monstrosity between friends? Hey, you meet the dogs?
Yes, we did. They're very pleasant.
Ah, you must have a way with words. Good on you.
Duck beams.
Now, I'll give you a little hint here, since I figure if you're gonna go off and try to die for our sakes, you might as well die in the right place. Least I can do. He turns, he points off into the mist. You go up that way, on a full moon. Don't bring any lights, just walk. You'll find something, I promise. I promise. And he starts walking off.
Is that when everything gets full moon?
I mean, he's still laughing
Okay.
and walking and leaving.
And Duck leans to Steel's ear and just wonders, somewhat whispers loudly, just like,
I don't get his jokes. Why is he laughing so hard?
Because he thinks that we're not going to be able to do what we come here to do.
Well, that's just silly.
I know.
That's what makes it funny. Hooray!
oh, now she gets the joke.
I don't know if anything. One thing I want to say is it's clear that none of the townsfolk are scared. And
Well, give me a perception, actually,
okay,
since I think maybe you did not pick up what I was putting down.
no, it's done.
you continue to not pick up what I put down. Doc, on the other hand, gets a fairly good idea that that guy was, what do you call that? He was basically a little broken. He was, a card short of a full deck, a donut short of a dozen.
Okay, I got it.
He was a broken individual. And while you hope whatever he said was the truth, whatever emotions he's feeling, he is not expressing them very well at this point in time.
I think he's one goose short of a whole flock.
I think you're exactly right.
All
He
right.
he should fix that.
Follow him through the trees.
I don't think I can repair crazy.
Oh,
I can try.
are you flying over the pony?
Yeah, just sort of from limb to limb, following him.
Give me a stealth check to try to be a stealthy burb.
Stealthy burb.
Yes, that's the best kind of burb, really. So stealthy. You're following him along, darting from branch to branch. At one moment, he suddenly stops and looks over his shoulders in your general direction. Eh? Bird. Says, up at you. Then he turns back where he was going, resumes his thump through the marshy ground. Stupid pony, stupid trying to give trying to hope for something. That's the worst joke I've ever heard.
Try to figure out where he's going.
Hey, assuming you keep following him.
See what daily rounds he does. See if he's located any other people alive in the village.
He eventually comes to a well, and when he gets to the well, he stops and he peers around it like very suspiciously. And he reaches with a hoof and just kind of like taps the little spigot that you would turn around and around to get the bucket up. Just kind of like bats it and then like jumps back as if it was like about to attack him. But nothing does attack him. And then slowly he comes forward again and he starts winding it. And the bucket comes up. He grabs the bucket in his teeth. But he sets it down really quickly, like it could be dangerous. And he peers into the water. And he lets out a sigh, like he's relieved. Not today. Not today. And he pulls out a flask. And he starts filling the flask with the bucket of water. Which is quite the task when you have no freaking fingers.
Well, you could just put the flask in the bucket, right? And it just like fills up.
I mean, that's probably a better idea.
I was gonna say, like,
So he just drops the flask in there. Bloop. And then fishes it back out. Then he doesn't place, he throws the bucket into the well. Like he doesn't want to be near that well.
Cork off the flask?
What's that?
Is he corked off the flask?
Oh no, he does cap off the flask and tucks that away. The bucket, though, he just throws in the well from a distance. Ha! With a nice little toss of his neck. Phew!
Kobe.
And now that his water flask is nice and open, he resumes his journey. And then you see something terrible. Something horrible, even. It's another pony.
Yay!
It's another Earthbound. This one, a mare. And she looks at him. Ah, it's you. Did they follow you? And he looks over his shoulders. Just a bird. Even the birds want to kill us. And she slaps him with a nice hoof print across the face. Shut up. Did you get the water? Yes, miss. It's right here, he says, pulling out the flask. She grabs the flask in her mouth. Good. Come on. She turns around and starts walking, and he starts trailing after her.
Oh, keep following.
You continue the following. So give me a fresh stealth check.
Oh, that sucks.
you are still as equally obvious as burbs go. But you follow them. They do arrive at a house with a little light. The light was not easy to see in the fog, but now that you're actually close to it, you can see like a little candle in the windowsill. But she opens the door, then gestures and says, "Get inside, you fool!" And he looks over his shoulders. Could I say hello? No, you may not. You act up again, I won't let you back outside. But miss, and she bonks him right on the head with a hoof. Get inside! And she grabs him by the ear and basically drags him in, and the door slams shut.
Fly back and report. And change back. And then look.
Hey guys, you gained a druid.
Ba-doop.
We did.
Yes.
Relay the information. It's like, okay, well, that guy is definitely off his rocker, but seems to have someone keeping him in control. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, and then relay the directions and such.
What to do?
Well,
Steel, you there?
almost 4. So
I am here.
There you go. That you did hear all that stuff because he relayed it to you.
Yeah. I'm just pondering at the moment.
Think. I do hope you guys are enjoying this mysterious little town I put together for you.
It is pretty
Yes.
mysterious.
Well,
However, a town needs more friends.
I mean, if it helps, that stallion obviously needs a actual friend.
This is true.
well, I don't think trying to go down a well and investigating that's a good idea.
I don't think so.
Yes. I think this is a good friendly
anyone-
stopping place.
And there's obviously something in the well he doesn't like, or he's just nuts. Of course,
Or
the
there's-
other option
Or
is
he's not.
yes.
Or he's nuts, and there's something in the well he doesn't like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The proper answer could just be yes.
Yeah.
And it's true.
Speaking of, it's almost 4, and I have to log out for work. So.
All right, but yes, it is 4. This is a perfectly fine break point since you guys are literally in the middle of action, not doing anything. We will meet next week. Feel free to chit chat with you guys. Put your noodle helmets on. These
Okay.
are better than spaghetti helmets. Let me tell you.
Say bye to the stream. Bye, stream. Bye.